Namaste. I'm Dr. Robert, and my subject today on 5-ish Minutes with Dr. Robert is what is the karma of giving advice? There's karma in everything you do, no question about it. But it is good to remember that, and this is something I've been doing for many, many years, giving advice can give you good karma if you give good advice to people and if they actually do something about it. The number one thing you want to do if you want to minimize the karma of giving advice is do not offer advice to anyone. Let people come to you and request advice. That's number one. If they come to you and request it, they've initialized the karma. All you're doing is responding. There's a big difference in these two things. And of course, obviously, parents frequently, they have to keep biting their tongues because they want to give advice to their teenagers, but the teenagers don't want advice. They have an obligation to give advice, but they have to give it in such a way that they can have some reasonable hope that the teenager might take it or at least listen to it. So that's a different thing. Now we're talking about people who you are not obligated to give advice to. Number one thing, make sure that they ask. Number two thing, try to have a sense that you have an appropriate Rananubandhana with that person, that you have an appropriate Rananubandhana, remember, means binding of karmic debt. So it means that you have the kind of relationship with that person that it will be meaningful for you to offer the advice and meaningful for them to receive it. That's number two. Number three, only give advice on subjects that you can meaningfully give advice on. If someone asks you something that you really can't offer something meaningful to say, honestly, I don't know what to tell you about that because I just don't have the capability really of giving a meaningful answer. Number four, make sure that they're serious about it too. They may be generally asking something, but they may just be asking it in a kind of a superficial kind of way. And you may suggest something that may bounce off something within them and have a different effect because they're asking in a superficial way. It should be a serious and meaningful kind of thing that you can answer in a serious and meaningful kind of way. The next thing is, when you are going to offer someone advice, make sure that you are going to do it in such a way that they can understand it, that they're not going to be either over enthusiastic about it or offended by it, and that it is something that you have thought through, not just with your head, not just emotionally, but with your intuition also. You can use your head to do some calculations. You can use your emotion to feel into it, but you really got to use your intuition. You really got to use your gut to make sure that what you are going to say is something that really is the thing that is the appropriate advice at that moment. Also remember that sometimes, and I've had this happen to me more than once, I have been working with some client and I've given them all kinds of other opinions that I think were good and reasonable and genuine and valid. But it's that thing that at the last minute suddenly that comes to me, that it's almost an offhand comment that sometimes people will come back to me 30 years later and said, that is the thing that really had a transformative effect on me. So sometimes it is really you getting out of your own way to allow whatever needs to be spoken through you to be spoken through you. And that's really the kind of advice that is worth giving. But of course, it's not the kind of thing that necessarily you will be able to give at that moment, unless you are always trying to position yourself to be open, not to offer your opinion, but to try to act as a vehicle through which the supreme reality and intelligence of the universe can manifest itself at moments which will be beneficial for whoever it is trying to listen to you. So, this is Dr. Robert wishing everyone the benefit of being able to get good advice when they really need it.